Imagine turning on your TV and seeing a streaming box so powerful, so fast, and so perfectly integrated into your home that it feels like the future of entertainment is sitting right there in your living room. That's exactly what Apple seems to be building with the next Apple TV 4K, a device that's not just another upgrade, but a complete rethinking of what a streaming box can be. For years, Apple TV has been known for its smooth interface, perfect ecosystem, and cinematic picture quality. But the leaks and rumors coming out for the 2025 model are painting a much bigger, much bolder picture. And honestly, if these leaks are even halfway true, the upcoming Apple TV 4K could easily be one of the most exciting home tech launches of the year. So, let's dive into everything we know so far. The leaks, the features, the design, and what Apple might be secretly planning to turn your television into the ultimate smart home hub. Now, first things first. The biggest leak and probably the most exciting one is that the 2025 Apple TV 4K might finally get a massive brain upgrade. Yes, a new Apple Silicon chip, potentially the A17 Pro or even an A18 variant, similar to what's running inside the iPhone 15 Pro and the upcoming M5 Max. What that means is insane performance, faster app loading, smoother navigation, zero lag gaming, and possibly the beginning of console-level gaming on your TV without ever touching a PlayStation or Xbox. Think about that for a second. Apple Arcade titles running in native 4K at 120 frames per second, combined with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos sound, all powered by the same silicon that drives flagship iPhones. That's not just a media box anymore. That's a mini entertainment supercomputer. And with rumors pointing to 8 GB of RAM, double the previous generation, we might finally see multitasking and AI-driven content recommendations in real time, powered by Apple's new Apple Intelligence platform that's rolling out across devices. Now, what's even more interesting is how this new Apple TV is shaping up to be more than just an entertainment box. According to multiple leaks and even code found inside tvOS 26 betas, the new device could come with deeper Home Hub functionality, transforming it into the nerve center of your entire smart home. Imagine walking into your living room and your Apple TV automatically adjusting lights, temperature, and even recommending content based on your mood or time of day. This is Apple pushing the idea of a truly intelligent living space, not just another screen. And speaking of screens, let's talk display. No, Apple isn't making a TV set yet, at least not officially. But the 2025 Apple TV 4K is rumored to fully support 8K output for the first time. That's right. Even though 8K TVs aren't mainstream yet, Apple is clearly future-proofing its device for the next decade. Combine that with full support for HDR10+, Dolby Vision IQ, and even adaptive frame rate switching, and you're looking at one of the smoothest, sharpest, most responsive viewing experiences possible. Especially when paired with the new tvOS 26 that Apple previewed at WWDC this year. Now, tvOS 26 deserves its own spotlight. It introduces what Apple is, calling the liquid glass interface a beautiful, translucent new design that feels alive, like the UI itself is breathing. It's faster, cleaner, and more personal than ever, with features like auto-user detection through iCloud and the ability to start up straight into your profile the moment you pick up the remote. But here's where things get wild. There are leaks suggesting that the next Apple TV might actually include a built-in camera for FaceTime and gesture control. Imagine taking a FaceTime call right from your couch, seeing friends and family on your 4K screen, and controlling your Apple TV just by waving your hand or nodding toward the camera. It sounds futuristic, but it's not out of reach. In fact, buried lines of code in recent tvOS betas directly reference camera kit support for Apple TV, and some Apple insiders have hinted that Cupertino's been testing prototypes with an ultra-wide camera module similar to the one found in iPads. Combine that with the possibility of a depth sensor, and you've got the potential for motion tracking, AR-like experiences, and interactive fitness apps, all without additional hardware. And speaking of hardware, while early renders show that the physical design of the Apple TV 4K won't change drastically, the same small black box look, the real evolution is happening inside. Reports claim Apple is developing a new N1 wireless chip for this model, bringing in Wi-Fi 7 capabilities, stronger Bluetooth 5.4 support, and lower latency for things like game controllers and AirPods. That means less buffering, faster downloads, and instant syncing between your iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV. The N1 chip could also improve AirPlay reliability, which has always been one of Apple's superpowers. But now it might even allow for simultaneous casting from multiple devices, meaning you and your friends could stream content to the same screen without lag. On top of that, the new Siri remote is expected to get a design tweak, thinner, more tactile buttons, better haptics, and maybe even a UWB chip for Find My support. So no more losing your remote between the couch cushions ever again. Now, let's talk about something every viewer cares about, the price. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo dropped a bold prediction that Apple might be working on a cheaper version of the Apple TV 4K, possibly under $100, which would be a game changer. Imagine Apple entering the same price territory as Roku, Fire TV, or Chromecast, but with the polish, speed, and reliability of Apple hardware. That move could instantly dominate the streaming market. But let's be real, Apple rarely goes cheap. So while there might be a lower-tier model, the high-end version with A17 Pro power, extra RAM, and all those smart home integrations could still hover around $120 to $149, and that's fine. Because when you're talking about something that can literally double as a gaming console, smart home hub and entertainment center, it feels worth it. Now let's zoom out and look at what Apple might be planning long term. The next Apple TV 4K might be the quiet foundation of something much bigger, an entire living room ecosystem where your TV, HomePod, iPhone, and Mac all talk seamlessly. Some insiders claim Apple is experimenting with spatial home, a concept where devices automatically sync to create a surround experience. Imagine your HomePods acting as rear speakers, your iPhone microphone picking up your voice for commands, and your Apple TV coordinating it all. And when you add in Apple Intelligence, the company's new AI layer, things get even crazier. You could ask Siri to show me movies I'd actually like tonight, and instead of pulling random titles, it could analyze your viewing history, the time of day, your calendar events, and even your mood from your Apple Watch. That's next-level personalization. Another rumored feature is tighter integration with Apple Arcade and the App Store, making the Apple TV more of a full-blown entertainment console. We're talking support for Bluetooth game controllers, cloud gaming enhancements, and maybe even crossplay with iPhones and iPads. With an A17 Pro chip, the GPU power would easily handle advanced shaders, dynamic lighting, and complex physics that current streaming boxes simply can't touch. Developers might finally start treating the Apple TV as a serious gaming device. And while all of that sounds amazing, there's also a whisper of something even more futuristic. Apple could be preparing to use the Apple TV as a bridge for Vision Pro users. Imagine watching a show on your TV, then instantly transferring it into your Vision Pro headset with a gesture, continuing the same content in full 3D spatial view. Apple is all about ecosystem fluidity, and this could be the missing link between your living room and the world of spatial computing. So when can we expect to see this next-gen Apple TV 4K? Most reliable leaks point toward Apple's Fall 2025 event, which usually happens in October. That's when Apple tends to launch its more home-focused products, think iPads, Macs, and TV hardware. Given that tvOS 26 is already out in public beta and references to a new model have appeared in Apple's internal databases, we're likely just weeks away from an official announcement. And if Apple follows its usual pattern, pre-orders could start within days of the reveal, with a release in early November, just in time for the holiday season. So, to wrap it up, the next Apple TV 4K looks like it's going to be much more than a simple streaming upgrade. We're talking next-gen Apple Silicon, lightning-fast connectivity, deeper AI and home integration, possibly even a camera for FaceTime and gestures, and a version of tvOS that looks and feels alive. It's Apple finally turning the TV into something intelligent, responsive, and beautifully connected. If you're already deep in the Apple ecosystem, this will probably become your home's new brain. And even if you're not, the speed, design, and future-proof features might just pull you in. Whether you're watching movies, gaming, or managing your smart home, this little black box could be the silent centerpiece of your entire digital life. And when Apple finally steps on stage to announce it, one thing's for sure. The future of television is about to look a whole lot smarter.